Well, hi folks, welcome back. This is Uncle Tom at Uncle Tom's Corner for R.E. Sanders Incorporated, your plumbing, heating, and air conditioning contractor for over 50 years. Today I'd like to talk to you about, talk to the young men and women, specifically the ones that are getting ready to get out of high school. And you're scratching your head thinking, gee, I know what I want. I want to make money. I want a car, I want a truck, but how am I going to do that? Well, your common denominator is you got to work. So with that, I want to talk to you about the trades. If you don't feel you want to go to college and you want to work in the trades, here's where you start. Let me go down through a quick list here and see if any of these, if you're familiar with them. Plumbing, heating, air conditioning, refrigeration, electrical, carpentry, welding, demolition, excavating, machine operator, maintenance personnel, landscaper, mason, concrete worker, blacktop worker, fabricator, drywaller, plasterer, roofer, automotive repair, machinist, elevator installer and repair, truck driver, warehouse worker, appliance installer, food prep, and painter. And that's just a short list of the trades. Now, don't think that I'm trying to put down college. College is for some people, because behind most of this is somebody that went to college to design anything that these guys are doing. With that, I'd like to go into a couple of the trades just so you see how much you can accomplish within any trade. We'll start with, let's pick electrical. Electrical trade, we do a lot of that, and I don't consider myself an electrician. We're plumbing, heating, and air conditioning here at R.E. Sanders. But we find that if you look at any furnace or air conditioner, or even a lot of the plumbing, we have electric, and we have controls. So in electrical trade, you can end up just going into residential houses and fixing receptacles, putting in lamps, new lighting, new wiring, upgrade their incoming electrical, and all the way up to into an industrial plant, which has large motors running on like 480 volts, 600 volts. It's endless in what you can do. So I'll give you a quick little story. As a plumber, we were fixing up a house, and this house needed everything. So we couldn't get electric to one part of the house. And we started tracing it back, and a nice new electric in the basement ended in the basement. Once you got above that, it was old two-wire electrical from way back, probably in the 50s. So we started following this wiring, and we ended up pulling a floorboard up on the second floor. And sure enough, there was a culprit. There was a rat had bitten into the electric wiring, and sadly, he's no longer with us, but you know how that goes. So we had to change out that electric. We pulled everything up we had to pull up. We tore out all that old electric and put in new. And we're plumbers. So that just shows you what all you can learn when you get into the trades. Where you learn that is mostly on the job, but there's schooling for that. I myself, when I got into the plumbing business, I went to the local vocational technical school in their adult ed program, and for 4 years I studied plumbing. Rules and regulations. You say, oh my, what do you have to know about plumbing? Crap runs downhill. That's all you need to know. Well, there's rules, there's regulations, there's all kind of sizing. You don't put the same size drain line under a sink that you would under a toilet. How far you can run it, when you have to increase in size. It takes 4 years. And after 4 years, I was eligible to take my journeyman's test, which gave me, so I was a licensed journeyman plumber. And then a year later, I was eligible to take my master's test. So I became a master plumber, licensed master plumber, which they use quite often. Construction of a new house or a new building, or the renovation of a new building, you have to have certain things inspected, and that's when you need a licensed plumber. So that's just the plumbing trade. Most any of those trades that I named, you can find a school for it. And some of your larger companies actually have an apprenticeship program. So just keep that in mind when you're looking for something to do to make the money to buy that car you want to buy. and to stay out of mom and dad's hair. Give you a little story on how I got into plumbing. I was a lot like a lot of kids in high school. All we wanted to do was get out of school and do something fun. Well, we all knew we had to make money. Now, I was fortunate enough, my dad started a business. He started his own plumbing business, plumbing, heating, and air conditioning. So I thought, well, I'll help him out and see where it goes, because I liked working with my hands. I had a creative mind, and I really enjoyed working with my hands. Loved to tear things apart, put them back together, and see if they worked. So I went to work for my dad. Once he got busy enough, I went full-time for him and worked through the years with plumbing, heating. After my 4 years of plumbing school, I had to learn more about the heating trade. That gets a little complicated, only because you have so much in your controls. The government keeps telling everybody they want it more efficient, more efficient, more efficient, and that's good. But typically that means that you need more controls to tell the units when to run, tell the units how to run. Furnaces used to have a metal vent pipe that went out through the chimney and vented all the volatile gas that you burnt in the furnace. Well, now they use plastic pipe. So that means they have to get that temperature way down. So they're taking more heat out of that so that they can vent the gases out of a plastic pipe. So with that being said, hopefully you'll take heed to that. Look into the trades for the blue collar workers. I saw a statistic where there's about over 70 million blue collar workers in just the United States alone. And we are hurting to find more people. One of the things that we're really gonna look at, artificial intelligence. The onset of it, building the buildings that are gonna house this, are gonna take a lot of workers that are in the trades. And so that takes a lot of workers from us that are maintaining everything else that's built out there. So if you're looking for a future and you're looking to make money while you work, think about the trades. And mom and dad, if you're listening, listen to your kids. See what they're good at. I mean, not everybody has to go to college. So that's all for now. Once again, this is Uncle Tom. Uncle Tom's Corner for R.E. Sanders Incorporated, your plumbing, heating, and air conditioning contractor for over 50 years. Thank you.